and gentlemen, I have a statement here which perhaps Mr. Sounds you could hand out. I'll read it. Be there to answer any questions. Time has come to set the record straight on civil rights legislation in this wind-up session of the Congress. All the senators joining me in this statement, as well as many others sharing these views, support effective civil rights legislation. We have not tried to match the 11th hour Republican tactic of substituting a political maneuver for effective legislation. Rather than yield to their efforts to play politics with a great moral question, we will take this issue in the fall to the American people. The Republican leadership of the Senate knows full well that under the parliamentary situation of these final crowded weeks of the special session, and in the political atmosphere of rancor that developed, no significant civil rights measure could have passed. This same political atmosphere has also prevented action on a farm bill and on adequate minimum wage, housing, health care for the aged, and education bills. But progressive legislation has not been the aim of the Republican leadership. Their aim has been, one, to block the minimum wage bill, which in its first year of operation would have raised the wages of an estimated 1 million Negro workers. The aged health care, housing and education bills, which also would have meant major advances in the rights of our lower income and minority group members. A majority of Republicans voted against the minimum wage bill. All but one voted against Social Security health care for the aged, and not one Republican on the Rules House Committee was ready to let adequate education and housing bills come up for final action. Two, to embarrass the Democratic Party, which can point with pride not only to a more meaningful platform, but to the only record of legislative achievement in this field in over 3/4 of a century. Three, to conceal an empty record of their own. If the majority of Republicans were sincere about the two token proposals that they pressed in this session, they would not have supplied the votes that defeated them this spring, when they opposed by a 2-to-1 margin the very bill that they now advance. Republican leadership's sincerity, and we think the American people will challenge it also.